In this video, I would like to go over my experience in getting multiple estimates to replace my home's central air conditioner. What I found was shocking, and if you were ever thinking about replacing your own air conditioner, this video will certainly help you make a better decision and hopefully not get ripped off. So just to give you a little bit of background on my current system, it is an American Standard, which I've been told is the same as Trane. It was built in 2006. It's 11 SEER, and SEER is the energy rating. It puts out 3.5 tons, which I've been told is the volume of air it puts out. And the original symptom is that it tripped a fuse breaker. Now, it's only done it once over the course of the last 4 weeks almost. But the first technician that came out said that was a clear indication that the compressor is failing, especially considering the age of the unit. And so he said that based on that, it's better just to get a new system. This is the first estimate I received from the original technician. This is a smaller mom and pop company, and I'm only going to focus on the 13 SEER unit that they quoted. Now, they quoted me for a 4-ton. They said that even though I only have a 3.5-ton, that a 4-ton is fine. I don't know if that's true or not. And they quoted a 13 SEER, which is the minimum. And by the way, I've talked to a lot of technicians, and they all say that in Colorado especially, getting more than a 13 SEER is not going to give you a lot of savings for a number of reasons, but primarily because we only use air conditioners for maybe 3 months out of the year. But for the this is for a Trane 4-ton 13 SEER. The out-the-door price was $5,847. So this is the first estimate I received, and I had never really researched getting my air conditioner replaced before, so had no idea what to expect, but I thought it might be a good idea just to get another estimate. So this was the second company I called out. It's a little bit larger company, and for a Lennox, a 13 SEER, and this is a 4-ton unit as well, they quoted me $7,175. This was a company I actually found on Craigslist because I just wanted to see what was out there. But they actually do a lot of systems, but they only install. They don't service systems. They don't install. So installation is kind of their specialty, I suppose. And they only sell Goodman and Amana. And I've been told that Amana and Goodman are the same thing effectively. The warranty is a little bit better on the Amana, but the unit itself is the exact same. And so for this one, I'm going to focus on the Goodman. This was the lowest price I received. And this is for a GSX 13 SEER, 3.5-ton for $3,999. And this is a larger company in the Denver area. I actually like these guys a lot. Um, just got a good vibe from the salesperson. Seemed to know what he was talking about. They quoted me for both Carrier and Rheem, and they went ahead and quoted me for a 16 SEER, even though I really only requested a 13 SEER. But for the Carrier 13 SEER, it was 6,922. For the Rheem 13 SEER, it was 6,308. What I thought was interesting is the price difference between the Rheem 13 SEER and the Rheem 16 SEER was only not even $400. So if I was going to go with these guys, I probably would just get the 16 SEER because there's a federal rebate of $300 anyway if you get a 16 SEER or above, and give you a slightly better unit. This particular company also includes 10 years of labor. And just to clarify, all of these units, the manufacturer warranties are 10-year for parts. And usually the first year of labor is included, but that's it. So this company gives you 10 years of labor, and they also give you 3 years of a club maintenance membership, which basically means they come to your home twice a year, once to service the AC and once to service the furnace. It also gives you priority if you call them. I think they guarantee to be at your house within 24 hours. So there are some perks to their club membership, but it does include that. And so what I focused on this one is the Rheem 13 Seer at $6,308. All right, this is actually a plumbing company, but I found out they do HVAC as well. But they came out and they quoted me just under $6,000, also for a Goodman 3.5 ton 13 seer. So if you remember before, I had another quote for the exact same unit at just at $4,000. So take that with what you will. That other company is the one I found on Craigslist. So I don't know, is it worth $2,000 to go with this company if maybe the namesake's a little bit more? I don't know, but I just thought that was interesting. The exact same unit, there's a $2,000 difference. All right, here's a quote for a Lennox 14 SEER. It says 3 to 4 ton system, but I'm pretty sure it's a 4 ton system. They quoted me for 5,300. This is actually not a bad deal compared to the other ones. I don't know much about that company. I couldn't find too many reviews on them, so I'm not quite sure what to make of that. But I thought for a Lennox, which is considered one of the better, brands for air conditioners, I thought that was a pretty good price. And this is another large company that came out. This is for a American Standard, so replacing the same brand I currently have, 3.5 ton 13 SEER. And after a discount, it came out to $9,050. So definitely on the high end. But American Standard, Train, kind of the same, but definitely much more expensive than some of the other ones. All right, now this is the one that shocked me the most. This is a pretty large company in the Denver area, and they'd actually done work at my old house, did a good job, and the price back then, this was years ago, was competitive. But they came out, and I'm sorry if you can't read this. I know it's a little small, but and I'll show all of these in a table format in just a second, so you can really see the differences in prices. But they quoted me just over $10,000 for a Rheem 3.5 ton 13 SEER. And if you recall, I've already gotten one quote for that exact same unit for just around $6,000, $6,300. So it's a $4,000 difference. Two fairly large companies. Now, this company did give you a club membership for 1 year. So it gives you the cleanings for your AC and your furnace, and then gives you priority calling if you need service. But the price, this was the most shocking to me. I couldn't believe it when I saw this. So let's bring this all together. This is a table of all of the estimates I got. So I got 8 estimates, and I've tried to color code these where they're similar. Typically, if they're the same brand or if they're not the same brand, so example, Train and American Standard, it's the same company, it's what I was told, so the same parts and everything like that. So you can kind of see the price differences between basically the same units. It's pretty incredible. So like the first company and the fourth company both quoted a Goodman 3.5 ton 13 SEER. One was 4,000, the other one was almost $6,000. We have two Lennox estimates. Now these are a little bit different. So for example, the first one's 3.5 ton 14 SEER, but then the second Lennox estimate, company number 6, is a 4 ton 13 SEER. But the price difference between those two is $2,000. And then you have the Train and American Standard. So the Train is a 4 ton 13 SEER at 5,800, and the American Standard is 3.5 ton 13 SEER for 9,000. So there's $2,200 difference. And the biggest shock for me were the two Rheem estimates. So it's company number 5 and company number 8. These are both well-established companies in the area. They both have great reviews online. So I would say the service at both these companies is probably going to be great for either one, quite honestly. But they quoted me for the exact same units. So it's a Rheem 3.5 ton 13 SEER. Even the model numbers are exactly the same. So it is the same unit. The price difference is $4,000. And also just to point out, the company number 5, they include 4 years of maintenance and a 10-year labor warranty. So that's the only company in all of these that includes extra labor warranty. They all come with 10 years of parts and they all come with the first year of labor. But this one included 10 years of labor and then it already includes the part. So basically, if it breaks down and within 10 years, they're going to fix it free of charge. And then they have a 4-year maintenance program, so they come out twice a year and service your AC and your furnace. So if I was going to go with one, I would probably go with company number 5, just based on the perks, the price, the reputation of the company. You know, some might just go with the cheapest one. Might go with the Goodman at $4,000, which is actually probably not a bad price because there's another Goodman on here for $6,000. But you kind of have to take all of this with a grain of salt. You know, what do you know about the company? Do you trust the company? You know, I think a lot of HVAC techs will tell you that a lot of times it's not the brand, it's the installation. So, you know, it might be better just to spend a little extra money and go with a better company. But I think the point of all of this was to show you the huge price difference with these units. I mean, this is just incredible. I was shocked. I really was. And fortunately for me, you know, my AC, you know, flipped the circuit breaker, the fuse box. I was able to turn it back on and it's worked ever since. So I had the luxury of getting these estimates. But someone in the dead of summer where their AC is completely broken, they can't even get it running. They may not have the time, quite frankly, to get all these estimates. And the same will hold true in the wintertime for a furnace. You know, if you're in the dead of winter, you don't, you know, how many estimates can you really get? So the good news is every company I called to get an estimate, they were here within a day. So it's funny, if you need someone to fix your air conditioner, they can be as long as a week to get here. But if you need someone to give you an estimate, they'll show up right away. Sometimes it was same day. I mean, it was incredible. So all that is to say, if you have the luxury of time, at least some time, get estimates. I think you'll be shocked at the price differences I found. So far, my system's still working, so I'm going to see if I can at least get through the rest of this season and not change it. Maybe next year, kind of reevaluate how it's doing. But anyway, this was good for me to kind of see all the price differences, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and appreciate your support. Thanks for watching.